It never ceases to astound me how people think things just get made the way they are from the get-go. That the milk we drink is the milk that comes out of the cow. That the fruits and vegetables we eat look like that the moment they got picked off a branch or pulled out of the ground. Or that writers just sit down with an idea and write a book from beginning to end in one go. That is not how things work. Things do not come out fully formed from some magical box. I've used words like crude or basic a lot when describing the work around this fictional universe. I've used the word simple or simplistic. I've kept repeating the mantra, keep it simple, stupid, over and over again. There's a reason for all that. Things do not just pop out of the woodwork fully formed. What I'm creating here is not a finished product. Fictional universe doesn't just pop out fully formed. It gets made in layers. It's made in stages. It gets made in generations. This is the first generation of our little cooking academy universe. This is crude. This is simple. This is basic. To be perfectly honest, this is going to be ugly. It's not going to be impressive, at least not as impressive as some might wish. It's not going to look like some shiny Hollywood project full of high-budget content and clever marketing ploys. It's going to look incomplete. It's going to look broken. It's going to be a fictional universe. But when you cut it down to the basics, a fictional universe isn't that hard to make. You make an idea, you write some stuff, you make some drawings, things like that. The point I'm getting to is that this is only a start. And people need to understand that when they get involved in projects that are more than a quick little plaything, quick little hobby project that you can finish in a day. Real projects don't end up the way they start out. The movies you watch, they didn't look like that when they were first put down on paper, when they were first discussed in some writer's room with images on the wall, storyboards, quick notes. They look nothing like what you see in the end. Things evolve. The difference is, we usually don't see that. We hear about something getting made, and then there's a lot of secrecy, a lot of vague little hints, little leaks about what might end up being the finished product. But we don't know how anything looks until it's done. And then months or years later, we may hear about how it looked when it started out. Go try and find some information on how things like Toy Story looked when it was first being developed. You'd be amazed and probably horrified by a lot of your favorite things, how they were before they became what you know. Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, all of those big hitters, the way they looked before someone got their hands on them and started making a new version. Because don't deceive yourself. What you're watching are new versions. The first generation is a rough idea, a rough work, crude, basic, simple. Second generation fixes some problems, sets things on the maybe right track, at least some of them. And from there on, every generation just improves, removes problems, removes bad decisions, adds new ideas, finishing touches, polish, improve, improve, improve. You start by improvising, and then you improve over and over again until you end up with something that you like. There's an old saying that no artist ever completes a work of art. The artist simply accepts that it makes no sense to continue trying to improve it. And that is how everything that is made without instructions is created. You take something, you improve and you improve and you improve until you reach a point where something forces you to stop. This is the first generation of our fictional universe. Other generations will come. They will improve it. But the big difference here is you are now seeing things before that happens. You're seeing the sausage get made. And it's not always a pretty sight. The ways of making things that I've discussed, the methods, the techniques, little tricks, they're already being put to use. The role-playing game is being written. The book is being written. The comic is being drawn up. The movie is being set up. Even the game is being designed. But they will not be as impressive as major productions. They will not look like movies on TV or in the cinema. They will not look like video games you buy at the store, online or offline. They will not look like the comics you flip through down at the comic book store. That's not the point. The point is to create the fictional universe, to have a base to work off, to have something to improve. If nothing comes out fully formed, then the first thing you need to do is create something that isn't fully formed. This is what we're doing now. This is what you're going to get now. Later, you will see that blossom into something else. But for now, you're getting the raw beginnings of a project. This is just the first generation. The second generation will come later.